software. So first we're gonna create a first 2K by 2K pixel grid. So you can go in art and illustration, you have the preset here. You can also type here if you want maybe some 150 or I don't know 1500 something like this. So you can create like this and you have your canvas ready. Okay, so that's the way we look at the layers, and now we're gonna look at the tools here. So something I want to point in Photoshop is the power of the selection tool, the pen tool. So we're gonna create, just take an image, something, let's find something easy to yes, let's take a picture of me like this, and we want to do like classic stuff we used to do in Photoshop. So we're gonna do kind of a rework on this image. Okay, so let's go for basic controls. So first we want to add like saturation just on the face. So we're gonna use this tool, is this pen tool here, and basically gonna allow us to do some very nice curves. You see, can literally paint the face like this, and when you left click and stay on the left click, you can control this curve to control the smoothness of the curve. You see, so the selection is going to be really detailed. You can press Alt and select it just to select one point here, or select the point here and move it. Okay, if you just click on it, you're gonna erase. If you click on control, you're gonna move it. So a lot of control like this to play with your selection. And after, when you paint, you can add more here, here, and here. But this happen here, we want this to be like a stuff, so we just click drag and drop, select here, same here. So just, you know, have fun with the tool to select something. I'm gonna put this image in the tutorials. So yeah, now you have a selection of the face. You're gonna do like here selection, and you want a feather maybe of 5 pixels. So the feather is just to have not a strict selection but something a bit faded. So you press OK, and now you have the selection here. So what happens is, like, if I do a tool here like called the vibrance, it's gonna automatically set up the mask I select on the tool. So if I do the vibrance, it's just vibrating my face, you see. So I can go from super pale to like very tan, super saturated, you see. So that's a good way to play with this, you know. So as you see here on the mask, you have as well to another feather, and you see it can smooth out the transition here, you see. So that's pretty good. And here you see before after, I win a bit of color correction on the face. If we want, for example, to add a bit of density in the eyes, we press O, or here there is the dodge tool, and we can do a selection here and click on the eyes and add a bit of light in the eyes, you see. Pretty easy tool. Maybe on the lips we want a bit of saturation as well, so we're just gonna read another selection here. So I'm gonna take the tool, do like this, just a very rough one, but just for you to understand the principle. Can select a bit more like this, and like this. And now we have another tool. We go here, I do a vibrance, and same, I vibrate the ear and can maybe saturate a bit more. We want maybe the mask to be a bit more feathered. And now we have something like more like red lipstick, you see. And if you want after, you can go here, go on the opacity, and also play with opacity if you want just to play with the strongness of this effect, you see. So you have the strongness of the face, you see, more colorful, and the strongness. So that's the way to work on images. You basically do a selection of what you want and add something. Maybe I want to change the color of my skirt. So let's do another selection like this. So we're gonna do here, gonna try to avoid the beer. Here, you're gonna do a nice curve here, nice curve here, same on this one. Up, I'm just gonna go a bit on the top so we can access here just after. Okay, so here's an example of the selection we have. We're gonna do selection with a feather of like here 5. So we have the selection here, but we want this to be out. So we're gonna just take a lasso here, Alt, select here, and we're gonna have just a little hole on the selection, you see? So from here, we're gonna do same, hue saturation, and now we're gonna just change the color of the scarf. See, so now we can have a blue scarf if I want. There is some alteration here, so we want to do a little feather to smooth out what we do. And we can after go in the mask and paint. You see, like add some details. So we're gonna just do a classic brush with a little size and just, you know, add here a bit of, oh yeah, I'll go on B, this soft brush, and I can just, you know, add a bit here so it's affecting the scar, but as well we want to avoid affecting the skin, so we can paint on the mask here. See, so that's a cool effect to do. Oh, I forgot this part, for example, so I can just continue painting here, add some white, and you see I'm just painting the scarf now and turning another color. See, if you touch the skin, there is this weird effect. And here we can have, you know, another type of scarf just based on this, you see. So this is the power of Photoshop. You want to control effect here, mask, and select what you want, you know. Maybe I want to remove the lady on the back, so I go on this image, I go on the stamp tool here, and I'm gonna stamp this part here and just, you know, remove her from the image. So it's affecting a bit the hair, so we're just gonna avoid that by going here like this. We're gonna remove this part here. Oh, sorry. And here you see we totally make disappear her. So that's the way to work in Photoshop. So stuff here. Now we have some artifact here, and we have this line. We want to crop it, so we press C, or here there is the crop tool, and we're gonna just crop the image inside so we don't have this kind of weird lines on the outside. Okay, so we can tell what's someone here. It's pretty cool. Maybe we want to saturate this part as well, so what we can do is as well redo a selection like this, more easy, up, that's it. And now we here we do a vibrance, and we do like more vibration, see, more stuff here, and a bit of feather just to smooth the transition. Okay, so now same, we have the wall turning a bit more colorful. So all these kind of tools are very like basics, you know. Maybe you want to add a text, so you have the horizontal type tool, just here. So here it's, I don't know why it's vertical, just gonna change it. So we're gonna do a layer here and deselect, go on the tool here and do a horizontal tab tool, and now we can work like photo 001. Okay, put some white color on the typo, and here we are, the color here. Okay, maybe we want to put an extra stuff description here on the image. So we press C, we go down, and now we have this extra space on the image. So our photo here can be done on the bottom, you see? To do that, I use the C, the crop, but instead of cropping inside, I crop outside to create a space for the photo. So we can put photo here, we can put the date, tonight is the 2022. So that's the way to customize the stuff, right? So now we have a very different picture from the beginning. You see, it was like this. And now with all the effect, we have all this, you see? So very cool features. If you want, you can add a little white on the eye. So we're gonna just go like this, press B, go on the brush mode. We want the white brush, we want something very sharp. So very hard, and we're gonna just go in here and just do like little dots. See those two dots, and after we're gonna just layer this very down. Then you're just gonna add, you know, from here to here, we're gonna add like a little dot, giving more punch on the eyes, you know. So all these kind of details gonna add a lot in the work. All the workflow, so little brushes, little retouch, the stuff on the lips, so it's always the lips, the eyes. You can also like soften those parts, so you can blur it. You can go in the blur tool here, and you can blur those areas. So maybe sometimes you want to copy the image before on the layer after, so you want to make sure this is duplicated. So you here, and you can do Alt left click, so it's duplicating, it's doing a copy. You can right click and do duplicate layer, put the name, and you have a new name here. And on this you can do another effect. So what we want to do is to smooth here, like I don't have freckles, okay? So I'm gonna go here, do like blur. See, now it's blurring the face here. Same here, we want to blur it. Maybe a bit on the nose. Here as well. So I'm just doing multiple click like this just to blur this effect. Okay. So now it's very blurred, there is no like default point on the face. And you can tell, like, if I hide it and ripple it, you know, it's way smoother. You see? So that's the kind of stuff. And after, maybe you want maybe not that smooth, so you can reduce this on the opacity. See? And you have now a smoother face. So that's the way to hack pictures, right? What else can we do? So this is for the zoom, for the stuff. I think with all these tools you can do whatever. Like maybe this to correct. So I have this on the side. I don't know how to correct this, so I just patch it. And now you're gonna interpret the left to this, and we have like a good connection here. So with the spot heal brush, you know. So yeah, I think that's all you need to understand how to retouch pictures. And after, you can do a save. So when you save, you can save the document as a PSD. So let's say you're here and you go on the TikTok channel. Sorry, I'm just gonna find where I'm saving stuff here. Photoshop, record 19, and I do like photo retouch. So you can use what we are using now. And in this document is gonna be all the layer and all the work. So when you're gonna open it in Photoshop, you can see the project and you have everything here. But if you save this in another format like a TIFF here and you save it, so now you can include the layer, so that's good, but sometimes you can't. So if you export here as a quick PNG, so the classic format here, and we open it, now you have the image, but you don't have controls. But you have the image in a way lighter format, so it's gonna be less size in the file, but you don't have these data. But it's the exact same, you see. Maybe if you look closely here, there is a bit of resolution, but that's gonna be exactly the same. Okay, so that's the way to work in Photoshop. You can use here like vibrance of the face. Don't forget to name what you're doing. Vibrant of the face, vibrant of the lips, saturation, vibrance, and this. So that's everything for today. Don't forget to name your layers, name your project. When you save it, save a PSD, and yeah, basically you do selection on the image, and after you do your effect, and after you can crop it, resize, saturate, blur, stamp some stuff on the image. That's the way to work. Okay, so hope you enjoyed the video, and on the next one we're gonna take a look at After Effects.